Welcome back to Rethinkspy. Today, we have brought you an inspiring journey of choices, risk, and success. A story that started in the bustling heart of New York City and led to a life-changing decision. It's a tale about leaving the comfort of Wall Street for an uncharted road of innovation. Get ready to dive deep into the highs and lows of pursuing one's true calling and the powerful impact of choosing a path of purpose over security. The following words and the whole story is narrated by the boss himself, Jeff Bezos, the CEO, and the sole managing director of a conglomerate called Amazon. Let's dive into it. But before going straight into his words, let's first give a shallow biography of who Jeff Bezos was and his early stages. Jeff Bezos was born by Jeffrey Preston Jorgensen on January 12, 1964, in Albuquerque, New Mexico. His mother, Jacqueline G. Jorgensen, was a teenager at the time of his birth. When Jeff was just over a year old, his parents divorced. His mother later remarried Miguel Bezos, a Cuban immigrant who adopted Jeff and gave him his last name. Growing up, Jeff exhibited a keen interest in science and technology. His grandfather, Lawrence Preston Giese, was a regional director of the U.S. Atomic Energy Commission in Albuquerque, and Jeff often spent summers at his ranch, where he developed a fascination with engineering and inventing. This early exposure to scientific concepts and problem-solving fueled his curiosity and love for innovation. Bezos attended River Oaks Elementary School in Houston, Texas, where he showed an early aptitude for science. His family later moved to Miami, Florida, where Jeff attended Miami Palmetto Senior High School. He excelled academically, becoming the valedictorian of his high school class. During his graduation speech, he famously spoke about his dream of humanity colonizing space, a vision that would later influence his entrepreneurial ventures. After high school, Bezos attended Princeton University, one of the most prestigious institutions in the United States. He graduated in 1986 with degrees in electrical engineering and computer science. At Princeton, Bezos was known for his relentless work ethic and intellectual curiosity. He was also a member of Phi Beta Kappa, the oldest academic honor society in the United States. Following his graduation, Bezos turned down job offers from several notable companies, including Intel and Bell Labs, to join a startup called Fidel, a financial telecommunications company. He later moved on to Bankers Trust, where he worked as a product manager. In 1990, Bezos joined the hedge fund D.E. Shaw & Co., quickly rising to the position of senior vice president, the youngest in the company's history. It was at D.E. Shaw that Bezos first encountered the concept of the internet and its vast potential. He was tasked with researching new business opportunities in the burgeoning field of e-commerce. This research led him to the realization that the internet was growing at an astonishing rate of 2,300% per year, a statistic that would change the course of his life. Let's hear him talk.
As a child, I was always inventing things, from an automatic gate closer to a solar cooker. This passion for innovation was a guiding force in my decision. Several years ago, I held a position at a prominent financial institution nestled in the heart of New York City. Surrounded by some of the brightest minds in finance, I was immersed in a world driven by data, analysis, and strategies for maximizing wealth. My boss was a visionary, someone I greatly respected and admired for his wisdom, intellect, and ability to navigate the fast-paced world of finance. To many, this position represented the pinnacle of a successful career. And yet, deep within, I felt an undeniable pull toward something different. Something that defied the traditional boundaries of financial security and stability. There I was, at the crossroads of two opposing paths. On one side lay the security and prestige of my current role, a position that many would have envied. On the other, a path less clear, veiled with uncertainty but brimming with possibility. I couldn't ignore the allure of that uncharted road, of taking an idea and building it from the ground up, of stepping out of a well-paved path into something boundless and uncertain. At that pivotal moment, I decided to confide in my boss, hoping he would understand and perhaps even offer a bit of guidance. I explained my aspiration to start a business, one that would sell books online. He listened intently as we strolled through the quiet paths of Central Park, the city's greenery providing a rare escape from the bustling streets. When I had finished, he paused, absorbing what I had just shared. Finally, he looked at me and said words that would resonate with me for years to come. "It sounds like a great idea, but it might be even better for someone who doesn't already have a good job." His words weren't dismissive. They were honest, perhaps reflecting his own understanding of the balance between security and risk. There was a unique wisdom in his response. He recognized the tension between the safe route and the bold pursuit of passion, a choice many people face but few embrace. This conversation became a moment of reflection for me. I realized then that choosing a path aligned with my passion would mean leaving behind the familiarity and certainty of a steady paycheck for the unknown rewards or failures of entrepreneurship.
Then several years after Jeff's success, his boss had to say something on his determination and success. Hear him speak.
Around that same time, I met a young entrepreneur by the name of Jeff Bezos. At first glance, Jeff was an ordinary person, much like anyone else navigating their way through life's many twists and turns. Yet, there was something undeniably compelling about him. Jeff had an unwavering confidence and belief in a vision that, to most, seemed almost fantastical. He approached me with an opportunity that seemed courageous, if not a little unthinkable. He wanted me to invest in a bookstore he planned to run out of his garage, selling books online. A business powered by the internet, reaching customers far and wide. As he spoke, Jeff's eyes sparkled with a passion and clarity that I found captivating. He wasn't deterred by the limitations of his resources or the skepticism of others. He told me, without a shadow of doubt, that one day he would be one of the wealthiest people on earth, amassing a fortune that, to me, was simply unimaginable. He claimed he would reach a figure so huge, $100 billion, that it sounded like the stuff of fairy tales. Even nations didn't command that level of wealth, and here was Jeff, with little more than a garage and an idea, talking as though he held the future in his hands. I couldn't help but laugh a little at his ambition. The number seemed so weird. But what struck me most was that, unlike myself, Jeff was absolutely unbothered by any doubt. He had already accepted his dream as reality, moving with the confidence of someone who knew his path was inevitable. To Jeff, this wasn't just a lofty aspiration. It was a destiny he was already living.
In the crossroad of determining the right path, Jeff did not stop. Hear him speak.
In looking back on that time, I found myself wrestling with my own decision. Should I remain in a secure position, or take a chance on something new, something unproven? The journey from stability to risk is not a smooth one. It's filled with questions, fears, and countless uncertainties. But as I reflected on my life, I realized that the true regret would not be in trying and failing, but in never trying at all. I would have to accept the risk of failure, the challenge of the unknown, if I were to honor this calling within me. And so, with a mixture of fear and excitement, I made the choice to follow that calling, knowing full well that I was leaving the comfort of certainty behind. Growing up, I had always been curious, often creating inventions with whatever I could find around the house. I made a rudimentary gate opener, a solar cooker that was, admittedly, less than effective, and even little alarms to surprise my siblings. My fascination with building and experimenting had been a part of me for as long as I could remember. It wasn't about financial gain or recognition. It was the joy of creation, the thrill of discovery. That childhood passion, dormant for so many years, had sparked once again, and it guided me as I stepped into this new phase of life. In the years that followed, I came to appreciate a profound truth, that it's not our natural talents but our choices and hard work that shape who we are. Our gifts, whether they manifest as a knack for numbers, artistic ability, or athletic skill, are precisely that, gifts bestowed upon us without effort. But the decision to hone these abilities, to pursue mastery, to endure discomfort in the name of progress, those are the choices that define us and of which we can be truly proud. Throughout my journey, I learned to focus less on the outcomes and more on the process. Every obstacle became a lesson, every setback a moment of growth. This mindset taught me resilience, and it reminded me that true success is not a destination, but a series of choices made along the way. The adversity we face is not something to be feared. Rather, it is an opportunity to refine our character, to test our resolve, and to emerge stronger than before. Each of us possesses the power to author our own story. We are given the ability to choose a life of comfort or a life of adventure, a life of routine or one of service and discovery. When we look back on our lives, it is not the easy choices we remember, but the bold, difficult ones that shape our legacy. Will we choose to follow our passions, to defy convention and live authentically, or will we settle for the familiar, the expected? These choices etch the course of our lives, determining who we become. Today, we live in a world rich with opportunity, a world driven by innovation and rapid change. We are faced with countless options, each with the potential to reshape our futures. The decisions we make, to be creators or critics, to act with kindness or to put our own interests first, determine not only our success, but also the impact we leave on the world. In this era of boundless possibility, the greatest challenge and the greatest reward lie in the choices we make and the lives we build. Choosing between a job, a career, and a calling is one of the most significant decisions we will ever make. A job offers stability, a career brings growth, but a calling awakens our deepest passions, driving us toward a life of purpose. If we are fortunate enough to discover our calling, we hold the key to a life truly well lived. Yet, finding and following our calling often requires bravery, the willingness to venture into the unknown, and a commitment to resilience. As I stand before you, I urge you to think about the gifts you have been given and the choices that lie ahead. Will you take pride in your natural talents, or will you find greater satisfaction in the decisions you make to refine and expand those abilities? Your life is an unwritten narrative. Each decision a line, each action a chapter. Embrace the journey, dare to take risks, and choose a path that, when you look back in the twilight of life, you will be proud to have walked.
It's a lot about Jeff, but his story doesn't end only with Amazon. He founded Blue Origin, aiming to make space travel accessible to everyone, and purchased the Washington Post, demonstrating his commitment to journalism and space exploration. Throughout his career, Bezos has shown us the power of thinking big, embracing failure, and continuously innovating. In closing, Jeff Bezos' journey serves as a testament to the potential of a single idea when fueled by passion and determination. His story reminds us that success is not merely a destination, but a journey filled with learning, adaptation, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Jeff Bezos' incredible life. If you found inspiration in his story, please like, share, and subscribe for more tales of innovation and success. Until next time, keep dreaming big and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Thank you for watching. If you found this story inspiring, please subscribe to Rethinkspy and click on the bell icon for more motivational stories on finance, success, and untold world events. Remember, as our slogan says, Rethinkspy will always endeavor to bring you stories that instill hope and offer another chance. Stay tuned and rethink your way to success.